Me know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing a waste, nothing a dash way.
Go on, what's great? Chef John Morris again, man, presenting to you the Vibes Cartels Punch. Yeah, man, I hate. Alright, so the first thing you want is a blender, and ensure that the blender that you have is big enough to hold the amount of ingredients that will be needed for this recipe. And the first thing you want to add is Guinness. You can get the one in the glass bottle or the one here in the can. So I'll leave in the description box down below the right measurement for this recipe. Vanilla extract. Going in with 4 ice cubes. And the reason why I'm using the ice cubes, I want to drink it instantly. If you don't want to drink it right away, you can also chill it in your fridge.
Get the oats, get the
Hold on, teacher, your ingredients so I'm going to put mine first. Going in some condensed milk. To that I'm going to add some salt. Now what the salt does is to help to balance out the sweetness of the condensed. When you have the right portion of salt to sugar, you get that nice smooth taste. And also to help with the peanuts that I'm going to be adding later on, so that you don't have an upset stomach, because a lot of people can't eat raw peanuts like that, and this recipe calls for raw peanuts. Then of course, the teacher I will teach you the rest of the recipe from here onwards.
Get the oats, get the supplement, get the nuts, get the nutty egg.
Then we're gonna
blend it up
for about 3 to 4 minutes or until smooth. And there you have it, Vibes Cartels Punch, here on Morris Time Cooking It. Soursop is a fruit popularly known in the Caribbean for its diverse flavors and uses. A lot of people use this for medical purposes and cooking purposes. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to prepare soursop juice. Yeah man, I ate. So to describe the flavor of soursop to those who have never tried it before, a lot would argue that it's a combination between strawberries and pineapples thereabout. Forward, show you what I want. So the first thing we're going to do, we have our soursop washed already. So don't worry about these spikes because they're harmless, right? So the first thing you want to do, you want to peel it. So you can get a knife. And it comes off really easy because it's soft, right? It's like a pineapple, but with the texture of a strawberry. It's very ripe, so you know this is going to be nice and sweet. Try not to get off too much. So as I said before, wash it nice and clean. So you can peel it one of 2 ways, with your knife or by hand. That's if it's extremely soft like mine is. Just comes off so easily. There you have it. It's all peeled and ready to go. You can just break this in 2. As I said, it's real soft and that's the texture of it. Once you break it open, you find the stem in the middle and you just pull that right out. And there are the seeds. You can plant this back to get your very own soursop tree. Just gonna break that up into bits. The beauty with soursop is all if light gone, you can have the best soursop juice because it does not require a blender. It's strictly with the hand and a whisk. Here I have my mixing bowl, my colander, and my sieve. We're going to use our hands to extract all that juice from it. So now we got majority of the juice out of these. Put that aside, and we're going to continue this process until all the soursop is juiced. Look at that, nice and smooth. That's the natural soursop juice. Now to get even more out of the soursop, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to rinse that off. So this is with 2 cups of water. Scrape the seeds and the pods right in there. Ensure when you're doing this method your hands are very clean. We're going to juice this. Then we're gonna strain. And there, that's what we have left of it. We dry everything out of that. For this recipe, I'm gonna be showing you how to have it two ways, because a lot of people out there are lactose intolerant. Don't worry, I got you! So we're just gonna whisk that to incorporate everything, right? Because remember, we used water to juice the final aspect of it. I'm gonna show you to do the lactose free one first. I have 2 cups juice soursop here, 2 cups juice soursop there. Put this aside for now. I'm gonna go in with my lime juice. 1/4 cup of sugar. And why granulated sugar? Because we don't want to change the color of the soursop. So that's done. I'm gonna put that aside and do the one with the milk. Here I have 2 cups of the soursop juice. The recipe calls for supplicant, but if you cannot find it, because right now the punches out, so everybody bought the supplicants off the shelf. We're gonna use Nutriment. Then I'm gonna go in with some condensed milk. To that I'm gonna add some nutmeg, cinnamon powder, just a touch of sea salt. I'm gonna go in with 1/4 cup of white Jamaica overproof rum. Now we're just gonna whisk that out until all the ingredients combine. And there it is. Now we're gonna do the comparison of both versions. The milk version. Over here we have the lactose free version. If you come in a traditional Jamaican home and you get a slice of Christmas cake, just know a cold glass of sorrel is coming next. And what is sorrel? Sorrel is the petal of a hibiscus plant. So I asked my mom, what did you put in your sorrel? And she gave me the recipe and I want to share it with you guys today. So without further delay, I want to take you right into preparing this sorrel drink. So forward, I'm going to show you what I go on. So the first thing you want to do, you want to wash the sorrel. You know we're going to get rid of some of that color, but we don't want the dirt, right? Normally you would get these fresh, but for exporting purposes, you find that they now dehydrate them and sell them. They just do this to preserve it and to get it out more to people, right? Now we have that wash, we're just gonna set it aside. So we're gonna wash some fresh ginger and cinnamon stick. I want to grate the ginger because when you grate it, you find that it's stronger that way. We're gonna use this side of the grater. I'm just gonna leave a few chunks in there like the end parts. We're just gonna add the ginger and the cinnamon to our water. So we're gonna allow this to boil for about 5 to 10 minutes just to extract all that flavor from the ginger and the cinnamon sticks. We're gonna add our sorrel petals right into our boiling water. Give that a mix. We're gonna allow this to boil for 3 minutes and then we're gonna turn our stove off. I boiled this and it's been sitting for 2 days. The longer it is, the better, right? Just keep it in a nice cool place. Here goes our cinnamon stick, our ginger. The ginger even got the color of the sorrel. Look at that. I'm just gonna get a measuring cup and go in, and we're just gonna strain this. So there, we got everything from that. Just gonna throw this out. You don't want that in your drink. And notice how I'm using 2 strainers because I want it to be refined. Look at that, beautiful red. Got all that flavor from the ginger. The ginger is almost light as paper. So there you go, we got all the liquid that we want. So before I go ahead and sweeten this, just want to show you what it looks like. And there, no impurities aren't in it. It's as clear as crystal, beautiful. This is like a nice red wine. Yeah man. So this is not sweetened or anything yet. Now I'm going to show you how to store it the old school way. If you don't want to put it in your fridge, and you can keep this for as long as possible, like up to a year, just the same as the mixed fruits, right? So we're gonna use regular long grain rice, and what this does is to help to preserve the drink. So that's how we used to preserve it back in the day when we don't put it on a fridge, right? Mommy say use your hand make fashion. Then set your hand like that to just guard the edge. Serves as a funnel. 1/3 of a cup of rice. We're just gonna fold that up. You just seal that up, and you would store this in a cool place in your cupboard or something like that. So traditionally, that's how we store our sorrel, and the rice helps to preserve it. So whenever time it comes, the time when you want to drink this, you just strain it again, sweeten, and I'll show you how to sweeten the sorrel. So there you go. We're gonna add some sugar. So sweeten to your liking. Personally, I'm not a fan of sweet stuff. So here I have about 5 cups. And I put 1.5 cups of sugar. You can use less or more depending on your tolerance to sweetness. And we're gonna go in with some red label wine. Again, this is basically your preference or tolerance. Just gonna go with about 4 corks. And I'm gonna go in with a cork full of rum. Because this is very strong. This is a 63% alcohol content. So you wanna be careful with the amount of rum that you put in, especially if you're serving this to kids. You can have it virgin style if you're giving it to kids. This sorrel drink is best served chilled, so you put that on the fridge, or you can just drop a few ice cubes. So you have your guests come over, you have a glass ready for them, and look at that beautiful sorrel drink. On a Sunday afternoon, you know my father, the man don't want no Kool-Aid, you know. Mommy have to make some soursop juice, some peanut punch, or some carrot juice. So without further delay, forward, let me show you what I'm going. So the first thing you want to do is to cut each carrot into about 3 pieces, alright? So now that these are cut up, it's time for me to add this in my oyster juicer. $12 ounces of that juice, natural. You feel me I say? So you see all this good stuff right here. We're not gonna throw this out. Stay tuned for the next video and you'll see exactly what I use the remainder of the carrot to make. So the first thing we're gonna add to our extracted carrot juice is some vanilla bean paste. And this is 100% stronger than the vanilla extract. This is coming straight from the vanilla bean, so you know this is very flavorful. We only need 1/2 teaspoon, and I'm going to show you precisely what it looks like. That's what the vanilla bean looks like. Mix that out. And 1/2 teaspoon of grated nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and of course some real nephew white rum, man. And this is a 63% alcohol content, so you want to be careful with this. White rum off it in everything down. I'm just gonna go in with 1 ounce, cause we don't want to drunk off nobody, you know. Guinness, and that's 4.2% alcohol. We're gonna go in with 1/2 cup of that Guinness. You know the thing, go man. Supplegen is a Jamaican Caribbean thing, you know what I say? And for those overseas who may not be able to get the supplegen, you can substitute this for nutriment. Gonna go in with 1 box of this supplegen, which is 250 milliliters, which is equivalent to a cup. And last but not least, some condensed milk. I'm going to go in with half a cup, and that will give me the exact taste that I'm looking for. And we just mix all of that together. So for the best taste, chill in your fridge for up to an hour before serving, or you can serve that over crushed ice. So this oyster juicer gives me the perfect blend of juice without any residue left behind. I didn't even have to strain this, and if you want to know how to get that purchase, don't worry yourself. I'll link those below so you can check those out at your convenience. This comes like dessert in its own right. So if you love carrot juice, you know my name, Hot Chef. Drop a bag of flame in the comment and say up. Boy, man, tell you, I kick off that white rum. Guineas, of course, just omit the Guineas and the white rum if I go get the kids. I just give them the regular carrot juice. In another video, I'll show you how I get that done. And there you have it, how to prepare the real Jamaican carrot juice here on Morris Time Cooking It. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and do remember to hit that subscribe button for more amazing videos like these. Until next time, safe travel upon the gravel and go and pick up on yourself.